Sheer
Koy.
necessity to carve out a different way of life, they must be resourceful and adept and big problem solvers as they continue to exist in this, one of the harshest places to squeeze out an existence. Number 16. Hallstatt, China. Although Hallstatt is one of Austria's most picturesque villages, this particular Hallstatt is actually to be found in China. That's right, it's actually an exact replica of the ancient European village which has been completely reconstructed in China's Guangdong province. This is completely bizarre, but it does take all sorts now, doesn't it? So, how exactly does an obscure Austrian town find itself being recreated on the other side of the planet? Well, actually, China has a...
Habis dia cantik-cantik mga kabaranik. Semuanya.
There
Oh,
are some
satu dah.
architects and town planning people in China who seem to have a bit of a penchant for recreating famous and also not so famous landmarks in different locations across the country. There are, in fact, full-scale replicas of such famous sites as the Sphinx and the Eiffel Tower, all the way through to the Venetian canals and apparently Austrian villages as well. The UNESCO World Heritage Site of Hallstatt in Austria has been standing in its original location for hundreds of years. You know, looking like a fairy tale land as many places in Europe are wont to do. However, this replica in China has only been around since 2012. Despite that, though, it does somehow seem imbued with a sense of history nonetheless, even if it is a bit discombobulating to suddenly find yourself up an Austrian mountain right in the heart of China. And yes, people do actually live here. The idea was to sell the properties in this new Hallstatt to wealthy Chinese people who were unable to get a hold of property in the original Austrian town. But what do you think about all of this strangeness? What famous places would you like to see recreated in your town? Let's have a natter about such nonsense in the comments down below, shall we? Number 15. Centeno de las Bodegas. Located in the southern Spanish region of Andalusia, Centeno de las Bodegas is a beautiful and unique place. This is one of the towns that's known as a white village or Pueblo Blanco. It's obviously being on the account of the fact that the buildings in the village are indeed all painted white. The uniformity of these places is one of their charms, of course, but this particular village, although painted white like the others, is also rather different. Many of the houses in this pueblo have been built into the sides of the rock cliff, meaning that they're protected from very hot sun by the overhang of the cliff, which creates a kind of shaded terrace in front of many of the buildings. The temperature inside of the rock is also a much more regulated heat, rather than being at the mercy of the baking sun in this part of Spain. People do indeed live in these houses, but it's such an attractive place for tourists that it's perhaps no longer able to offer what you might call a truly authentic experience, whatever that might be, but it is certainly beautiful nonetheless. Number 14. The tunnels of Bucharest. In Bucharest, the capital city of Romania, hundreds of people live in the sewers. There's estimated to be about